Hello and welcome to GBR. You find us today with the guys from the MRC in the ITCC series. This is League 2, round 4, race 3. This was the lucky draw track and position. The host, which was me, read it wrong. It should have been Sardinia A and not St. Croix A, but no one had any practice anyway for the track, so it's just kind of throw yourself in the deep end and away we go. And the lucky number was 4. So Ice starts on pole, Crow starts in second, Aaron starts in third, Golden Brownie starts in fourth, Graphics starts in fifth, Gary starts in sixth, Surfer starts in 7th, Bowman starts in 8th, Brucey will be in 9th, in 10th we have Don, in 11th we have Crazy, in 12th we have the runaway winner at Catalonia, Phil, in 13th we have Mark, and in 14th we have Judge. Right, so let's get these guys, let's jump to the front, underway for the last round, or round 4 at St. Croix, and away we go. Looks like everyone's got a fairly decent start down towards turn 1. You can see the track map, how long this track really is. It's about, I think it's about 3.5 minutes per lap. Going through, Golden Brownie for Brucey up to 7th. Everyone gets through turn 1 cleanly. Obviously no one really with any practice, but a lack of practice whilst the grids were getting set, but Aaron's up to first place, Ice has dropped down to 4th, Graphics in 2nd, Golden's going 3 wide with Brucey and Ice through whatever number turn that one was. I think turn 4. But Brucey up to 4th place already. Absolutely flying start from Brucey. I think he started in 9th place. And side by side with Golden through that right hander, but the long way round's not going to work. But Graphics up to first and already pulling a bit of a gap over Aaron. So you've got Lexus, and then you've got Hyundai, or Brucey and Golden. And Surfer behind as well. So the rear wheel drive cars doing well at the moment, but Phil already up to 6th place, make that 5th. Up the inside of Surf into that right hander, and now we've got a tricky long right hander to go. It's, a lot of people do run out wide, as you can see there. Ice has run out wide through that long right hander, but everyone's still on track. Bowman there, Don there, he's had an incident, looks like, being this far back in 14th, but Graphics, he's already pulled about 2 seconds over Aaron. Aaron's there, he's got the rest of the cars right behind him. Gets a bit of a tap there into that right hander, but keeps it ahead of Golden. Golden lets him carry on. Brucey got a bit sideways coming out. You can see all these cars coming down towards this left-hander. Bump on the exit, which unsettles the car onto the bridge. And just be careful of the wall on the right-hand side. Looks like we're going 3 wide here between, who was it? It was Golden, Aaron and Brucey. And Phil's stuck behind, nowhere to go. Aaron's gone out wide, Brucey's nipped up through into 2nd place. Phil's got up into 3rd, so Phil couldn't get past along the bridge, but he's somehow got past 2 of them. Surfer's nipped through as well. This is another long right hander that does tighten up. Aaron goes out wide onto the grass, but he does save it. There's another car spinning, that's Crazy as well. I think he's probably done the same thing. So the Lexus clearly not liking that long left-hander. Well, 2 of the 3 Lexus anyway, because Graphics coming around the last corner to finish the first lap into the wall. It's going to slow him down a bit coming across the line, but he will come across in first. Brucey in second, Phil in third, Surfer 4th, Golden 5th, Crow in 6th, Gary 7th, Aaron in 8th, Mark in 9th, Judge in 10th, Ice 11th, Bowman 12th, Crazy in 13th, and Don in 14th. Obviously it's a long track, so you can make up some time to the car in front, but Graphics is definitely getting caught now from Brucey. He did put out a bit of a gap, but Graphics has made a few little mistakes it seems, and Brucey's on an absolute flyer, bringing Phil with him. So the winner from the second round, doing well so far. Surfer there, he's got Golden, Crow and Gary behind him. Let's have a look to see what tyres people are on. Mediums. Who's on hards? Crow's on hards, Judge is on hard, Mark's on hard, Ice is on hard, Bowman on hard, and Don on hard. But Bowman's got a bit of front right damage. Not really sure what corner that would have been from. Definitely gone off somewhere. So Graphics is still leading the race so far. Pulled it. Brucey seems to have not been able to catch up to him, but Brucey's got a pretty decent line through there, carrying a lot more speed it seems than Graphics. Now he's going to be in the slipstream down towards a fast little kink. This one, you've got to brake for it, but it is a very fast little kink. Looks like he's not really close enough. Surfer's got Golden all over his rear end, coming up towards this left-hand kink. They go side by side. Surfer stays ahead through that left kink. Got to change down. You lose about 50 miles an hour for that corner, but a very quick corner indeed. But Surfer staying ahead of Golden. Crow there with Gary fighting in behind. Judge there in a little battle of 3 with Mark and Ice. Goes out wide, coming on to the bridge for the second time. We're going too wide up ahead. Who's going too wide? Surfer and Golden in towards. It's a very tricky chicane, this one. Really, you have to slow it down for that left-hander. But Golden's got ahead of Surfer, but Surfer's still on the inside, coming onto this very long right-hander, and Crow is right behind, trying to nip up the inside of Golden, but thinks better of it for the moment. Still side by side between Surfer and Golden. Golden's gone in too deep, it seems. Where's Golden gone? Into the barrier. It's got damage, so that's him out of that battle for 4th place with Surfer, and he's now dropped down to 9th place into the battle behind with Mark, Ice and Judge. Judge goes up the inside of Golden. No, he doesn't. He thinks better of it. We probably will have him into turn 1. Crazy there in 11th. Don up to 12th. Bowman in 13th. And I think Aaron left just because he didn't know the track at all and didn't want to cause any issues to anyone else while going off. So Graphics now under threat from Brucey into turn 2. Brucey goes up the inside. He's going to have the inside line for the next corner as well. Phil looks like he's going to have a little look up the inside of Graphics, but he's probably going to be on the outside for the next braking zone, but looks like he's got ahead. No, Graphics comes back at him for that right-hander, and now we've got another right-hander coming up. But Phil going around the outside, and looks like he's going to have made it done. Graphics right up behind him. But all this little bit of fighting is going to allow Brucey to pull away from Phil and Graphics. But Graphics looks like he's coming up the inside. No, he's not. He's going to just stay there in 3rd place. But Gary up to 4th now. He's got ahead of Surfer. Crow there's just hanging on, being on the hard tyres. Just going to be happy to be this high up, and with a gap behind him, but Crow's looking up the inside of Surf. Now they come into the long right-hander. Surfer keeps it nice and tight. Crow's struggling there. Mark there in 7th. Golden's in 8th. Ice has gone off. That's the issue with that corner. Get on the power too early. Golden goes up the inside of Ice coming into that corner. So Ice, he's on the hard tyres. Absolutely no grip when you're going flat out. He does let off, but lets off a bit too late and absolutely spins it. Doesn't hit the wall, but shouldn't really be. Well, can't really help reversing on a track, but you don't want to be reversing on the track. But Golden's got ahead of Mark. So how did Golden do that? Because he was behind him coming. Just gets a better drive out of that corner and round the outside of Mark goes Golden into 7th place. Tries to break that slipstream straight away, but it looks like Mark's going to come straight back at him into the left hand kink. Golden goes off, throwing too much speed, probably going to pick up a penalty. Yes, he does. But Gary's got ahead. Surf has got ahead of Gary for that 4th place again. So probably down that long back straight into the left kink. Brucey has got a nice little healthy lead at the moment over Phil. Phil, he's on the mediums. Oh yeah, because he used hards for race 1. Graphics there in 3rd place, keeping with these two guys. Surfer still ahead of Gary, with the Crow just behind him. Mark has got ahead of Golden Brownie, coming across the bridge it seems. Judge there, he's just dropped off the back. Crazy's catching up to the back of Judge. 3 seconds on the last lap, but obviously being such a long lap it's hard to know if they've gained this lap or not. Ice there, so the two Beamers not enjoying this track. They're in 11th and 12th, and Bowman seems to have dropped out from the race as well. But to start lap 4, Brucey in 1st place. He's got about a second and a half, 2 seconds over Phil, and Phil about the same over Graphics. So these three kind of a league of their own at the moment. Crow there in 4th place. He's pulled away from Mark now, and Golden's still behind Mark as well. Surfer, Gary and Judge. That's who. No, Judge has caught up to these guys. So these two have been really fighting and dropped off the back. I believe. Yeah, they must have had an incident. They both went 5 seconds slower on the last lap. I'm not going to go back because it's such a long lap. I don't know where that would have happened. But now it's a 4-way battle for 7th place between Surfer, Gary, Judge and Crazy. Crazy looking feisty at the back of Judge there. And here come, you can hardly see a thing through that camera angle. But Golden's catching up to the back of Mark. Crow there in 4th now. So yeah, I think he was battling with Surfer and Gary. So yeah, them two must have had a little incident and just let the Crow go. And keeping it nice and tight around that long right-hander. Just looking up ahead. I don't think Golden's gone up the inside of Mark again through that long right-hander. Pulled in front of him, but I think Crow's too far ahead to get that slipstream, but Mark's going to come back at him down towards that left-hand kink. Are they really going to go side by side through here? Mark just puts the brakes on a little bit earlier. He doesn't want to risk it, but Golden stays on track this time, not going to pick up a penalty. Crazy's gone deep, but he's got ahead of Judge. Judge is on the hards, so yeah. But Surfer looks like he's He's not letting off. He's catching up to the back of Mark now. Obviously, he was in front of him a lap ago. Same as Gary. Oh, Crazy's gone off. It looks like he's hit that wall as well. He didn't get any damage from it, but he's definitely hit that wall. So Judge is back up ahead of Crazy now. Don and Ice, the two beamers, running in 11th and 12th. See if Ice has got a drive up towards the chicane. No, he hasn't. He's just been able to stay ahead, has Don. Brucey still in first. He's still got that gap over Phil. So Brucey really loving this track at the moment. So he has set the fastest lap as well of a 3:22.588. Let's see if they go any quicker this time round. As they come up to the line to start lap 5. So we've only got just over 6 minutes. He does a 2:22.1 for Brucey and a 2:22.6. So Brucey pulled out half a second that lap, and they pulled 2.5 seconds over Graphics. So yeah, Brucey and Phil in a league of their own at the moment. Graphics is just struggling, seems like. Crow with a very similar lap time. Mark with Golden and Gary up the inside of Golden out of turn 1. Will Gary make the move stick? No, he won't. He pulls back in behind Golden. Slipstream up towards turn 2. Golden's looking feisty behind Mark there, getting a drive out. Goes for a cut underneath. No, he doesn't. He stays behind Mark. Mark's got his rear mirror full of headlights of Golden and Gary. Gary's gone for the inside up towards that right hand turn, and we've got another right hand turn coming up. Onto a little straight now, down towards, or coming up towards the long right in a couple of corners time, but Mark's there. Golden's gone for a move up the inside into that left. Just hugs the apex, just gets ahead of Mark into a long left. So Mark's now in between Golden and Gary in 6th place. Golden's gone out wide. He's going to give that place straight back to Mark. Yes, he does, but he's going to be in his slipstream now down this long back straight. Gary's tried to nip up the inside of Golden, but he's not going to have any toe to try and pull ahead. No, he's not. Golden just cut across Gary's nose there to keep in Mark's slipstream. So into the fast left they go. Just go back, see if there's any other battling on track. Don is still defending off Ice. Brucey's got Phil right up behind him, so Brucey's made a little bit of a mistake this lap. Will Brucey keep ahead of Phil into the chicane? It looks like he will. Looks like there's a bit more of a gap there. 1.7 off this lap for Brucey, so yeah, he's definitely had a little mistake somewhere. But Phil is not going to give this battle up, that's for sure. He'll want that second race win of the round, so he'll keep on hassling Brucey. Brucey touches the wall. Phil nips up the inside. There's the change for the lead. It didn't take long for Phil to pressure Brucey into a little mistake, but he gets it done. Will Phil now be able to check out from Brucey, or will Brucey now try and fight back with what have we got? I think this will be coming on to the last lap now as well. Oh, Brucey hits the wall, doesn't get any damage, but that's going to allow Phil to just pull away. Yeah, about 4 or 5 mile an hour difference in speed, but Phil sets the fastest out of 2:22 dead. So absolutely flying. So yeah, 2:24.6. So Brucey lost 2.6 seconds at that. Graphics there in 3rd, Crow in 4th, Golden ahead of Mark again in 5th place. So these three all battling for that 5th place. Gary there in 7th, Surfer there in 8th, Crazy in 9th, Judge 10th. Ice has got ahead of Don. Don's had another incident, it looks like, on this lap. Yeah, 14 seconds off. So there's no real battles apart from at the front, but Phil has just left Brucey for dead. I don't know if Brucey's had another little incident on this lap as well. But yeah, there's a good 2 or so seconds between, 2.2 off this lap as well for Brucey, so he's just trying, probably a bit too hard to keep up with Phil, but as long as he keeps it on the black stuff to the end of the lap, he will get a second place for Brucey. Graphics there, just running around in 3rd place. Crow in 4th, Golden in 5th, Mark 6th. Gary's dropped off, he's had an incident, he's picked up a half second, so the only real battle on track at the moment is between Mark and Golden, or the closest battle I should say. But Mark's probably going to try and get Golden's slipstream down this back straight, but he's on the hard, so he's going to struggle to get around this long right-hander. Looks like there's a bit too much of a gap for Mark to catch up to the back of Golden down this back straight. Gary there, he's got Surfer closing in fairly quickly, I would say, to the back of him, and Surfer's got Crazy not far behind, so they're all still fairly close, these guys. They're not having any practice on this track at all. I know a few guys in chat saying they're having to use the track map to know what corner was coming up next, because they didn't have an absolute Scooby-Doo. Crazy map in 9th, Judge in 10th, getting caught quickly by Ice. So will Ice try and make a move before the end of the race? We've only got 20 seconds left, so this is, I say, the final lap of the race. Only 6 laps doesn't sound much, but when it's a 3.5 minute lap, yeah, it's a lot to try and remember exactly where every braking zone is on the track. We'll just go through, see if there's any. Golden's pulled away from Mark this lap. Gary's still a bit of distance ahead of Surf. So yeah, the only close one really is between Ice and Judge. I think Judge might have the better of him with only a couple corners left to go. But Phil round the last corner for the 6th and final time to get his 2nd race victory of the round. Just comes across the line. There he goes for the win. Brucey will come across in 2nd. Graphics will come down to the line to finish in 3rd place on the grass, getting it spun around. The Crow will finish in 4th place. Golden will come across the line to finish in 5th. Purple gets the fastest lap of the race. Mark in 6th. Gary in 7th. Surfer in 8th. Crazy comes across to finish in 9th. Judge in 10th, Ice in 11th, and Don will come across to finish in 12th. Obviously, if you enjoyed this commentary, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and you'll see when videos get uploaded. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.